So I'm going to stand. Oh, if you guys ever have the chance, I highly recommend getting a sit-to-stand desk. One that goes up like this. Because then you can work, you can compose, or you can work on music completely standing up. Which label do I want to send it to? So it's signed to a label called Position Music, actually. So I wouldn't put it on Hexagon or something like that because it's already signed. The original is. A remix of Hans Zimmer. Yeah, that'd be amazing. We would have to get in touch with these people. That'd be incredible. Oh, sorry. How loud should it be? It depends. Go as loud as you can when the mix is good without it sounding bad. So if you limit too loud, it'll just drive it to distort, and then it's going to sound bad. When you send your mix to master engineer, the track is a -6 dB, -3 dB. So when you send your mix to an engineer, you're gonna want it to have headroom. Every mixing engineer is different with how much they want. But headroom means no limiting, and it's not touching the limiter, so it's not being limited. That's kind of an individual basis by basis thing. Yes, I studied music in college. I actually created my own major in film music because they didn't have a film music composition program, and I knew I wanted to study that. That was at Indiana University in Indiana. Any tips for a house producer wanting to make orchestral types of music? Yeah, start playing around with sounds that aren't just synths. Start playing around with writing for orchestra, with piano. I love piano. Piano's a great place to start. How would one go about starting to make the genre? Yeah, same thing. Write stuff that inspires you, but write it in a way that isn't just, doing a loop or like a synth loop or something that's, from a sample pack. You can get inspired, I guess, but if you create something on your own where you write it and then you kind of live with it and you see where you want it to go. I like warmer sounds. I like strings, brass, saxophones, French horns, for lead lines instead of a serum synth. Have you ever sent a remix for a big artist song but he didn't pick it? Yes, Martin Garrix. Maybe I'll play that one. I was bummed that one didn't come out. I remixed Scared to Be Lonely a while back and it didn't come out. Will there be a remix of Hide and Seek? Maybe. I'm not sure. I might do a VIP edit of it. We'll see. How's my music theory? I think it's pretty good. I love music theory. I got straight A's in that in college. I think music theory is very important to understand the complexities of songwriting. Can you do anything orchestral in Serum? If not, use that a lot. Yeah, so do I. Honestly, no. There's some warmer synths that you can use in Serum to sort of complement that sound, but I would go with just an orchestral library. You can get them really cheap. You can get them through, just look at Native Instruments packs, like a Native Instrument bundle. They do tons of sales, especially right now. It's going to be Memorial Day, or what is it, Labor Day this weekend? What is it? Yeah, it's Memorial Day. What plugins are best for brass, violins? Yeah, check out Native Instruments, Heaviosity, Cinesamples. What's another one? I also like Spitfire is another good brand. And Output. Output is another amazing one. There's a couple. 8DIO is another really big one. Just look through their libraries and see what you like. They run deals all the time. So you don't need to spend tons and tons and tons of money. Spitfire Lab is free. I don't know if it's free. Show us the Scared to Be Lonely. It's okay. Let me pull it up. Okay, here you go. label won't let me release it because they didn't approve it. You get the point. I love that one. Did Martin send the stems? Yeah, his team sent us the stems, but they had to approve it, and they didn't like it for the package. What is my name? Danny Olson. Here, I'll pin this, since I guess that isn't obvious. There you go. I'll pin my Instagram. There you go. Sorry. I thought that was obvious, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was melodic, right? Can I apply to have it re-released, especially since the elevation you've got? Yeah, it's a really good point. Maybe, but I think at this point, it's really tough to get a big song like that released. It's actually not a bad idea. We can send it to their people. Yeah, why not? Maybe, yeah. You know what? Maybe we will. Kano, it's a great idea. Maybe we'll, because that song was big a few years ago, but maybe I don't know, they'd put it out again. We'll see. Just took a look. You have more fans in China than 1K. Nice. That's amazing. Thank you. Elix.wave. Send it to my email. Like I've been saying, and then I will listen to them. Not right now, because I want to talk to you guys. Is it possible to release without vocals? Yeah, that's a really good point. We tried to do that, and then we thought about getting another singer on it, another top line, and then we could put it out as an original, and we just haven't done that yet. But that's another good idea. I wanted to, actually, because it is it's a cool tune. I think the instrumental is. When are you signed with Hexagon and how did I get noticed? Really just years and years of talking to them, sending them music. It takes a while to build up the demos until they're at a point enough that a label wants to sign and put them out. And that shouldn't discourage you. That should just motivate you to work harder. I've been doing this for years and years and years and years. And I mean, most of these producers are in their early 20s or younger, and I'm 31, and I just had my first release on Future by Hexagon a few months ago. So it doesn't matter how long it takes. You just have to get your music and keep working on it every single day, every hour of the day, until it's good enough to be signed by a label. So it's less about having a secret to getting your music signed by an artist or by a label as it is making your music good enough to where they really want to put it out. That's the most important thing. Sent your demo to Hexagon, but they didn't reply. Send it again. Send it again. They're busy. They get so many submissions a day. I don't work for Hexagon, so I wouldn't be listening to those demos, but you can send any to me that you think might be good for my style, or I can, give you feedback. Totally happy to do that. Good motivation speech. Yeah. Age is a number. It doesn't matter. I really do. If you love making music, then you can make music at any age you want. You don't need to be a certain age. You could quit your job as a stockbroker in your 50s and go make music and be an EDM producer. Look at Tiesto. Tiesto's over 50. I mean, he's been doing it a while, but there's the Martin Garrixes and there's the Tiestos. So age is a number. What's up, DJ Rezi? You're 16. Is it possible to be signed? Sure. Absolutely. Over Dobby, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. Absolute music. You can get signed at any age. It just takes a while for working on your tunes so they're good enough to stand on their own on a label and people want to listen to them. So it's just about putting the time in to make your songs amazing. Dave Solomon, the Golden Sachs CEO's DJ. Yeah, exactly. I mean, nothing's impossible. If enough people want to do this, it clearly means it's a good industry, right? I mean, music is incredible, so why wouldn't everybody want to make it? But you got to work at it. Are you mixing EDM with cinematic music? Yep, that's the brand. Cinematic bass is what I call it. Some tunes like I just played, Nightfall, are way harder. They're more club friendly. Some like Hide and Seek or Halcyon are more chill, but have more beautiful cinematic parts. So that's sort of my vibe. What would a Danny Olson show look sound like? That's a great question. More story-based narrative visuals. So instead of just cool things on the screen, I would like to have more interesting storytelling in the form of movies, in the form of animations, things like that. If you look at the music video for Halcyon, it's a story. It's a story about a boy finding his robot and fixing him, which is really cool. And Nick NNS. If you have to go, I will be on my own Instagram. It's pinned right there. This Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So that would be 8 p.m. Like most European time, like GMT. I believe around 8 p.m. But 11 a.m. this Saturday, I'll be diving into a couple of my tunes, whichever you guys want, and we'll go in depth. Dance actors on stage for music. Yeah, dancers, absolutely. But more like the visuals, you're like going to see a movie and you're listening to a DJ. So every time you go to see that DJ in the succession of like a tour, maybe it's different, maybe the visuals and the music are a bit different. That's kind of my dream for my live set. All right. I think this thing is going to end soon. Music is very cool. You are very cool. 5 faves, 2409. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I'm not looking at demos right now, but send them to my email. It's just danny@dannyolsonmusic.com. I'm going to keep my Instagram pinned so you guys can come follow me, connect with me. I'm going to be live on here all day, or I'll be, answering questions and interfacing with you guys all day. But yeah. How long have I been making music? Lots of times. Can I collab with Rompasso? Alex Caspian. I'm not familiar with Rompasso. Send me a message. Hide and Seek made you cry. I really appreciate that. Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal is to elicit that response. How do I choose my name? It's just my actual given name. I don't have an Avicii or a Danny Olson was my birth name. What is my favorite own made song? I don't know. I don't really have a favorite of mine. What's your guys' favorite? That's a better question. But yeah, like I said, tune into my Instagram, follow me right there. Danny Olson Music. Go follow me. I'll do another live on this Saturday at 11 a.m. and I will dive deep into some of my music and you guys can ask me really specific questions. Yeah, the Survive remix is another one that we wanted to release, but the label had the major label had other plans with it, and we're still trying. What part did Henry Hartley play in the production? Good question. He came up with all the chords. He had all the chord structures written, which was really, really integral. The chord changes and things that happened. We wrote the top line, the that thing. We wrote that together, and we collaborated on the whole thing. So he was there when we were both working on it. So it was definitely a joint effort. Yeah, he's an amazing producer. Go follow him too. Maybe Don is watching me. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. How tall am I? I think I'm like 5'11" or 6 foot. Yeah, we'll say 6 foot. Yeah, I'm like 6 foot. Yeah. Can you accept my request? Yeah, sure. I'll follow you guys back. Just go follow me on my page so we can keep connecting. And yeah, hopefully I can put some more of this stuff out for you guys to hear. Favorite plugins. Went over a lot of those. For your orchestral stuff, check out Native Instruments. It's the best. And they have bundles. Serum's also pretty good. What are my thoughts on MoFox version of Halcyon? Here we go. It's awesome. I didn't really know what to expect. Because Halcyon's mid-tempo, it's about 85 BPM. And he's a house DJ. But when he sped it up, it really works, right? It's fun. It's dancey. It's a great club track. You have Dracula teeth? I guess I do, yeah. Well, these are fake. I got these knocked out when I was playing hockey. So, yeah. And these are a little pointy. Thanks. I mean, I appreciate the honesty. Tommy World, I have Dracula teeth. Thank you. I'm going to screenshot that. That's really funny. I don't know Ron Passo's track, Take. If you can send that to me, that'd be great. Am I open to doing work with other unknown producers? Yeah, I don't care what your status is. Like, I'm not that huge, and Don worked with me. It's just about having music that somebody else wants to be a part of. So, yeah, I'll be honest with you. You know, if your track is cool, but I don't know if I could add anything to it. I'll be honest with you, you know, but if I really like it and think that it would be a good collab, then yes. Here's my email. I'm gonna pin it for you guys. Yeah, follow me on that account. It's just Danny Olson Music right there. How many years did I start, and what was my reason for creating music? Yeah, I don't know. It was just, I had to do it, you know. I couldn't do anything else. I played music. I played the trumpet, played the piano, but I had to create. It was just a feeling. And that feeling, I think I was a freshman in college, so that was years and years ago, 2006. What DAW do I use? I use Logic Pro. Justin, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Yeah, hopefully the next one is going to be that track I played for you guys, Nightfall. Maybe a Martin Garrix remix. You guys, actually, that was a great idea. We're going to hit up their management again. Dharma. I believe Dharma is Kashmir's label, right? I think Dharma is his label. That's a good question. I'm not familiar with his label. I think I've heard of it, if I got that right. That's a good point. Send me the tracks that are kind of in that vibe. That's a good idea. Thank you for that. Yeah. What else before we sign off here? Who are my inspirations? Don Diablo, obviously. Hans Zimmer is a big one. Elenium is a massive inspiration. You guys can probably hear that a little bit from my stuff. Yeah, just a few. What country am I from? I'm from the US. I'm in Los Angeles right now. I have released on Proximity. I have a track there called Oasis. It's on my Spotify. Go listen to it. It's a jam. It's more of a song than just a big orchestral thing. How'd I come up with the title Halcyon? Sometimes titles just come to me, especially for instrumental tracks that don't have vocals, don't have lyrics. I kind of just felt that word one day. I knew what it was, but I was like, does this work? And then I looked it up. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, sounds good. So sometimes titling is just a very arbitrary, random process. Yeah, my favorite Don Diablo track, maybe his remix of Birdie, that Gotta Keep Your Head Up, I think it is. What is it? Keep Your Head Up. I can't remember the name. It's a little bit old. Yeah, the Birdie remix, this one. This one's cool. I really like this. Voices in My Head's also amazing now. It's good, right? Do I also make Elenium style music? Yeah. I guess. I mean, mine's different. Mine's cinematic bass, not Elenium, but he's definitely an inspiration. He's an amazing producer. Where can I hear the non-Don Diablo edit? Good question. It's not out, but hopefully I'll be putting out a VIP version of that's more, I don't know, just cinematic bass without Don's influence. I don't know. We'll see. I have a lot of originals I'm working on too, so got to see like where that fits in the pipeline, because I'm quite overwhelmed. How's my quarantine? How's yours? Jesus Mercado, Jesus, Jesus. Do I speak Spanish? No. A little bit of French. I barely speak any Spanish. I think I can like order a gin and tonic in Spanish. When I was in Spain this summer, that's what I learned. I do like the song Brave a lot. My girlfriend jams out to that all the time, so now I've gotten to be hooked on that. That's a really catchy one. Chris, thank you. I'm pumped you jumped on too. Absolutely. Follow me at my on my Instagram, and I'm going to be going live again this Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific. And I'll do an in-depth dive on some of my music so you guys can get some more insider tips for producing. Cool. I'll check out that Dharma release. Sorry, Jesus. My quarantine is good. It's gotten a bit, we're a little bit better than some other states here in California. Our president is a fucking lunatic. I'm just going to say that. So it's kind of all over the place. But my state is getting a little bit more back to normal. It's been hard, The European states or the European countries did it right in terms of their leadership, I think. But we're not going to get political. So it's been okay. I've been able to make a lot of music, but it's also been tough, kind of being inside the whole time. Can we send you a demo? Yeah, my email is pinned right there. Feel free to send me demos and I will get back to you. Mit Geo Joe, hello from Korea. What's up? How are you? Inject yourself. Yeah, exactly. Donald Trump. Yeah. I feel like Europeans are smarter overall than Americans. They understand when things are just absolutely like, what are you talking about? But please, not all of us Americans are like that. Most of us have common sense and are compassionate, empathetic human beings. Hi, Abigail. Good to see you from Spain. How old am I? I'm 31. I am 31 years young. What's up, Let Right? Good to see you. Try to send me fully finished demos that you're really happy with so I can give you good insight on how you can improve them. Do not send me your demos to sign to Hexagon. I don't make that. I don't make that call. But if you want feedback or you're interested in a collaboration, then you can. Hi, Ole. Good to see you.